In the sailboat, all the hatches are open. I guess the only thing different is that like you're remote on the water, so nobody's gonna mess with you, whereas in a Walmart parking lot, little sketch. Welcome to picturesque van life. There's a freeway right behind me. What has this been? This has been something else, because there's nowhere to park. Woke up a couple of times last night thinking that someone was outside. We were sleeping in a Walmart parking lot because, you know, van life. Look at this. Our new foliage. You're closed into the door. And we were too fearful of that last campsite, and we'd been sitting there all day in our van, anxious that maybe somebody knew we were there. I'm very tired. And it just is so dark. I can't breathe. So we were going to the Salt Lake. Turns out the Salt Lake is in one of the terminals. Empty our toilet. Thought it was sealed. Human excrement got places. Officially made it. Colorado River. Last time we closed the store. Hard. Currently at ACL, we have parked in a parking lot, quite a bit of distance to get there. And we'll have to do the tour when we get back. Woo! How are you enjoying ACL? Is it hot? It's hot.
Worry to forget you. Okay, forget it. I think we can do it a little bit louder than that, but let's try it this way instead.
First time. This bed is very comfortable on my freshly washed feet after ACL. I learned from ACL that we're not the festival types. There was a lot of young children there. Everybody we met was 19 and we are 32, 33. A lot of pushing, a lot of mud, a lot of heat. Kate almost got heat stroke again, just like Charleston. But we're really excited to be in this van. We've got, you know, a little bed setup, 2 cabin, little cubby holders for both of our things, which is just like a hodgepodge right now. We have a fan. We don't think we're gonna go back to ACL even though we have tickets for 3 days. I think we're gonna go get some food, stock up, and go off the grid. Let's unload. You can honestly live here, you know. We got the fridge room. Right. How to get this thing open? You showed me. Here it is. It's cold. What did we get? Good. You got it. Yeah, here. Oh. All right. Looks. My wine. Woo! So that can all fit in here. It's actually quite a lot of food to fit in there.
That is actually interesting.
We might make it a little lower. How you feeling, Kate?
I'm actually feeling a little better.
Now that you've had some water? Woo! I guess now it's time to have some dinner. I don't know what we're gonna eat, and then you're always sick in my videos. We're always doing things that push Kate's body past the limit, I think.
It's because I prepare. Like if I would have had my water and I would have had my electrolytes, I would have been fine, but it went a little bit too far.
We got here with like 10 minutes to spare in Austin and went straight to the, you know, took the 45-minute walk from the van, which we paid $40 to park in a parking lot, a public parking lot, which we then bathed in and changed in. So this is all very weird and new to us, but we're gonna be little nomads for the weekend. So we'll figure out what to do tomorrow and then check back. Welcome to picturesque van life. There's a freeway right behind me. But we did park underneath this really cute tree. like an accordion. We are now figuring out what we're gonna do today. I think we might go to either a state park or a town we've never been to in Texas. And I think we may have agreed to go to the town we've never been to, which is Wimberley, Texas. And we're just getting the van ready for the 19th time today and last night. We were sleeping in a Walmart parking lot because, you know, van life. And the security guard came to tell us that we shouldn't stay at this Walmart for good reason. He didn't tell us what that reason was, but I think it's because people get, like, broken into at night or something. So he told us which Walmart to come to. And when we got to this one, 4 miles down the road, there was a man who had fallen asleep in his car and puked all down the side of it. And you can see that's where the man was puking. And there's your Walmart. But there were 3 other vans here, so we felt pretty safe. And Kate slept an entire 8 hours, and I slept like an entire 4. So, you know, just gonna get ready and get to Wimberley now. All right, then. Taking these magnetic things off, the window coverings, which really, really handy actually. This is not unlike living in a sailboat, I can tell you that. I'd say that things are very similar to living in a sailboat compared to this. You still have your batteries and chargers and inverters, your water pumps. You have to have airflow, cracked the windows. In the sailboat, all the hatches are open. I guess the only thing different is that, like, you're remote on the water, so nobody's gonna mess with you, whereas in a Walmart parking lot, a little sketch. How'd you sleep?
I actually slept really well.
Stop. Alright, let's get the last window. Okay. Alrighty. Let there be light. So we made it to Wimberley, and we just found a random parking lot to park the beast in so we can walk the town, have some lunch, and then figure out the whole parking thing overnight in a bit. I don't know if we'll actually end up in another Walmart parking lot, but I guess that's the reality of van life, you know? Going to the bathroom in front of each other, sleeping on top of each other basically. You know, sometimes having a boondock with no electric. I'm enjoying it though.
Finding somewhere to stay.
No, like, how do you feel about it?
I don't care. I mean, we're gonna figure something out.
This is the only person that I could ever take this trip with and just, like, coast from parking lot to parking lot, because Carlos would be freaking out. This has been something else. I'm gonna have to, in order to get ice cream, I'm gonna have to have Kate jump out while I put the hazards on. Because there's nowhere to park, ever, for this giant monstrosity.
You know what I think is happening is these van life people are lying to us. Making it seem...
Or maybe they're just doing more work and smarter than us.
There's no way.
You gotta jump out to that location and get ice cream and let's bounce. We are 100% just sitting in a parking lot with our chairs, and people are staring. Van life is pretty easy. You just pull up and you pull out your chairs, and then when somebody has an issue, they come and tell you to move. Yeah. So we're thinking we might park here tonight and just sleep until someone tells us to leave, like the security guard last night at Walmart. Hello, other car. Meet our car. The most comfortable way to watch Netflix with Megan Fox. Yeah. Yeah, babe.
Amazing looks.
Yeah, babe. It's 12 something. We got kind of afraid. And by kind of afraid, I mean a lot of afraid. And we were too fearful of that last campsite because we'd been sitting there all day. It wasn't even it was a parking lot. It wasn't a campsite. And we'd been sitting there all day in our van, and we just got anxious that maybe somebody knew we were there. And it just was so dark, and it wasn't actually a campground. It was, you know, a parking lot. So anyway, packed up, we got gas, and then we came to the nearest Walmart. Tomorrow I think we're gonna find an actual RV park so we can rest.
Proceed to the route, then turn right onto State Highway 80.
I'm very tired. Day 3, everybody. I'm really tired. Woke up a couple of times last night thinking that someone was outside. I think it's because we watched a scary movie before bed, so we were a little dramatic.
How do you look so fresh this morning?
I showered.
I was like, where'd you go?
I'm documenting our parking spot.
I'm gonna bathe, babe.
Root cellar, I'm sorry. This is only a 2-wheel drive, by the way.
Emily, we're fine. It's just a little bit of a dirt road.
It's got a very steep incline. Lord help me, Jesus.
Hip camp, where we're gonna stay.
Some effort and a lot of driving around to find this camp spot, but we are on the Colorado River, and I think van life might be taking a turn for the better. We have mosquito nets on the van, we have some just junk food that we brought, mosquito spray, which is huge, and we can finally open up all the windows and just enjoy ourselves without people staring at us, you know, or fear of sleeping with somebody sneaking up on us in a parking lot, or, you know, maybe we'll actually get some shut-eye, I guess what I'm saying. Ooh, spider webs. Spider webs. Spider webs. Ooh, spider webs. It is kind of beautiful, though. I think there's somebody that stays over there. Oh my god, that fucking... Oh! Ants.
Fine, babe.
Setting up a table, babe.
What are we gonna do?
Play some dominoes by the river. Actually, I'm gonna learn how to play dominoes because I don't know.
It looks like you only have like 12 dominoes.
They're mini. So funny story, I was on my deathbed about 2 weeks ago. I had the flu, not COVID. Thought it was COVID, wasn't COVID. And I went to the emergency room and they gave me a little tiny pack of dominoes. So we're gonna use those now. Shout out to Elite Emergency Room.
Let me get the cream cheese out and I'll wait for that to be.
We spent a couple of hot hours out here with no internet. So now we're gonna go to the Salt Lick, which Kate says is famous barbecue for Austin.
Yes.
Because we didn't, she won't eat sandwich meat, and I only brought sandwiches.
I can't breathe.
So we were going to the Salt Lick. You know how we told you that? Yeah. Well, turns out the Salt Lick is in one of the terminals at Austin Bergstrom International Airport. So we're at the airport now, and we're in this giant monster of a vehicle, and I'm just terrified that we're gonna hit something, and I'm not used to being in civilization. Like, we were just in a freaking creek.
There's Spirit!
And we spent the greater part of tonight driving around looking for Salt Lick barbecue. Ended up at the airport, left the airport, went to find some meals to eat, couldn't find it, left there, went back to the airport to find a Whataburger, and then we ended up trying to download Netflix movies in a parking lot because we get no service here at the camp. This is her first trek through the wilderness. Has not left the camp van the entire time. It's the only way that you're getting in bed, huh?
Yeah. You gotta keep those paws clean.
No.
Kate.
Just sit out.
You can never leave me.
I can't just leave you.
It's our last morning. Look like shit. And we gotta clean, and our bodies hurt from sleeping on cardboard.
Don't record me, I'm changing.
Overall, I'd say van life was interesting. It was interesting. Would I have done better without a hotel? I don't know.
You want one of these. Do you still want one?
I think I still kind of do, but I want it done my way. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for 3 days. And we have no clue where to throw it away now. But we're getting the van clean. Clean like when we first had it. And we've packed our belongings back up. Last time we closed the store. Hard. What you gotta do now. Almost ready. And we made it to the third Walmart of the trip. Oh god. We had just a little bit of the tiniest accident in this van. We tried to dutifully empty our toilet, and as we started to drive, human excrement got places. So we are going to attempt to clean this as best as we can. We really feel bad about what happened, and we're not going to return this van the way it is. Human error, 100% human error. And this is a big learning curve for van life, because it's not like a composting toilet. It was like a bucket that continually like wraps your stuff up, you know? So van is clean. We smell like bleach. It's hot. Doesn't smell like poop though.
It's just the bags, I think, you know?
Yeah, there were some cloth material things that got touched, but we don't have a way to wash them before we return the van. We sprayed it down with as much cleaner and disinfectant and bleach as we could. So I think this wraps up van life, don't you think? Never been so clean all weekend. We have twin cars. Sorry that we progressively got uglier through this video. We were really dressed up for ACL.
All the way for one thing.
Just for one thing. I don't know what the temperature is, but I look like a beast.
Freezing.
Hey, will you
you always say you have grays, but I see no gray hairs.
I have tons of them.
Where?